Stay with me, my brothers and sister. Allah says, Believers, if any of you turn away from your faith, Allah will bring forth a people whom He loves, and they love Him. They are humble with the believers and firm against those who oppose Islam. They strive in the way of Allah and fear no blame. That means, never give up, never lose hope. Even when the world seems against you, stand firm. Be like a rock, the truth will always rise. The Prophet said, if the final hour comes, and you have a seed in your hand, and you can plant it, then plant it. Even if the world is ending, never stop doing good. Do your part. The outcome belongs to Allah. And about Jerusalem Al-Quds, the Prophet taught us, there will always be a migration to Al-Quds, generation after generation. Believers will return. The righteous will come back. This is a divine promise. Never despair. Never think it's over. The Quran will prevail. The believers will rise again, because this is not just history. This is destiny. The Prophet Muhammad foretold a divine timeline of leadership transitions and the final gathering of righteous believers in the region of Al-Quds, Jerusalem and surrounding areas, marking a major sign of the end times. 1. The prophetic promise of Al-Quds. Ibn Rajab and other scholars confirm that righteous believers will eventually gather in Al-Quds and its surrounding areas, Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, and parts of Turkey before the end of the world. These regions, Sham, are prophesied to be a refuge and spiritual center for the final believers. 2. Return of the Caliphate. According to hadith in Surah Al-Isra, the Caliphate will return before the end of time. Jerusalem Al-Quds will be the capital of the final Caliphate, powerful prophetic symbol of Islamic revival. 3. 5 phases of leadership prophesied by the Prophet. The hadith from Musnad Ahmad, Mishkat, etc. describes 5 stages of Islamic leadership. 1. Prophethood, ended with the death of the Prophet. 2. Rightly guided Caliphate, leadership in the model of prophethood Abu Bakr to Ali, now concluded. 3. Corrupt monarchical rule, dynastic empires, for example, Umayyads, Abbasids, Ottomans took power in hereditary fashion. 4. Tyrannical dictatorship, current era. Dictatorships and oppressive rulers dominate many Muslim lands today. We are now living in this 4th phase. 5. The return of the Caliphate. A revival of just leadership in the spirit of prophethood will return. This marks a turning point before the final hour. Despite the tyranny we see today, the light of prophetic truth remains. The return to Al-Quds is not a hope, it's a divine destiny. Caliphate will rise again, and justice will be restored. This message covers the prophetic future of Islamic leadership and the end-time signs, including the emergence of Al-Mahdi, the battle with the Romans, the fall of Constantinople, and the eventual descent of Prophet Isa. These events mark the continuation of Allah's promise to uphold righteous leadership among the believers. Key themes and concepts. 1. Promise of continuous leadership, Khilafah. Scholars like Shar and Shanbir explain that the verse of the Quran implies Allah's promise to always restore the leadership of this ummah. Just like Allah appointed nations before, the Muslim ummah will inherit global leadership again and again until the last hour. 2. Prophecy of the Roman treaty and treachery. A peace treaty will be made between Muslims and the Romans Christians. Eventually, the Romans will betray the treaty, and a fierce battle will break out. 3 outcomes for the Muslims. 1/3 will flee and be unforgiven. 1/3 will be martyred and called the best of martyrs. 1/3 will be victorious and guarantee Jannah. 3. The fall of Constantinople and the emergence of Ad-Dajjal. After victory, the Muslims will take Constantinople peacefully. News of Ad-Dajjal will arise, but the first will be false. After a short while, Ad-Dajjal will truly emerge, followed by the descent of Isa, the true Messiah. 4. The appearance of Al-Mahdi, the guided one. Name: Muhammad ibn Abdullah, same as the Prophet. Lineage: from the family of the Prophet Ahlul Bayt. Timing: appears toward the end of time. Role: will fill the earth with justice as it was once filled with injustice. Leadership: rules for 7 to 8 years as Khalifa. Impact: ends corruption and oppression, brings peace and justice to both Muslims and non-Muslims. Belief in Sunni tradition: While Al-Mahdi is not mentioned in Sahih Bukhari or Muslim by name directly, many authentic hadiths from other collections confirm his role. Scholars accept these narrations through mutawatir, meanings reported from multiple sound chains of narration. Final message: the future of this ummah is not darkness, it's revival. The Caliphate will return, Al-Mahdi will lead, and Isa will descend. From chaos to justice, from corruption to peace, Allah's promise stands. Allah's promise of restoring justice through Al-Mahdi and Isa, Jesus, Son of Mary, will unfold toward the end of time, marking a divine revival of truth, justice, and morality before the day of judgment. These events are meant to inspire action, not passivity among Muslims. The rule of Al-Mahdi, the Guided One, will rule as Khalifa for 7 or 8 years. Under his rule, vegetation will flourish, wealth will increase, and poverty will disappear. Economic justice will prevail, eliminating the need for systems like jizya, described by the Prophet as having a wide forehead and thin nose, will break the cross and kill the pig, symbolically destroying the false beliefs of Trinity and immorality. Initially unaware of his role, will flee from Medina to Mecca. An army will attempt to kill him, but will be swallowed by the earth, recognized and accepted as Khalifa by the believers in Mecca. 2. Misinterpretation warning. The Muslim Ummah should not wait idly for Al-Mahdi. The Quran does not mention Al-Mahdi or Dajjal explicitly, meaning the focus should be on righteous action now, not just on future miracles. Do not wait for Al-Mahdi. Do your part now. A reminder from scholars to live Islam in the present. 3. Return of Prophet Isa, Jesus, Son of Mary, described in Sahih Bukhari and Sahih Muslim, will descend at the white minaret in Damascus or Palestine, hands resting on 2 angels' wings, hair dripping like pearls, will break the cross, abolish the false claim of divinity, kill the pig, symbolic of removing filth and corruption, fill the world with justice, reversing centuries of oppression. He will lead with the Quran and Sunnah, and many Christians will embrace the truth and follow him as a Muslim. 4. Final battle and moral revival. A massive confrontation will occur near Jerusalem. Al-Mahdi will lead the believers, possibly before or alongside the return of Isa. The moral decay of today, including family breakdown, immorality, and loss of values, is one reason why the Ummah is not yet entrusted with leadership. Sunni belief and hadith authentication. Al-Mahdi is not in Bukhari, Muslim, directly, but has many authentic narrations from other books accepted as reliable due to their multiple chains. Mutawatir meaning. His name is Muhammad ibn Abdullah, from the lineage of the Prophet. This isn't just prophecy, it's a divine roadmap for justice. But the lesson isn't to wait, it's to act, live the Quran, uphold truth, and prepare, for Al-Mahdi will rise, and Isa will descend, and the world will finally see the return of divine justice. The leadership of Al-Mahdi, the establishment of the Caliphate. 2. Dajjal, the false Messiah, called Messiah Dajjal because he will claim to be the true Messiah. In Christian terminology, he is the Antichrist. He will mislead the people, claiming to bring peace and salvation. His deception ends when Prophet Isa returns and defeats him.